goes, how do you heal from a heartbreak and avoid carrying baggage into a new relationship? Because I know that this is where people find themselves in situationships because you move, but you are one leg inside the family and one leg is still continuing. So how do you heal as Christians?
Okay. So you must understand that
Thank you so
if you don't
much.
heal from a relationship and you go into like an old relationship, going to a new relationship, you're going to bleed on your next relationship. Because the way marriage is designed that two whole people come together to make it work. Right? One of the reasons why people have a hard time in their marriages and their relationships is because one person is probably home and has to be a therapist for the one who's broken. Right? But that's not in the beginning, it was not so, right? There's wholeness. Now, how do you heal from a heartbreak? I remember one time where I was talking to someone who was going to marry me, and plans were going on, to be honest. And my pastor was like, oh, let's pick a date so that, because I can live in America. And it was just, oh, let's pick a date so you can do the court wedding and then we can start posting your details. I'm like, this is so fast though. He's already how many children, how many else? I'm like, bro, chill. And I'm just like, I'm not ready for this marriage. Right. So mid conversation between parents, I'm like, I can't do it, like I'm not interested. So I tell the Lord that how do I break it this 3-year-old man's heart? I was just like 23 at the time. Right? How do I break his heart? I'm like, God, please, however you want to do it, just do it. I remember that day I got back home and something little just sparked up, like an entire fight, and he's like, you know what? Right, don't even know what she was doing. And the first thing I went to do was eat ice cream. Like I was just so happy. Like it was not as if we were even.
Oh, being.
Like I was actually so happy.
I'm just kidding.
Right?
I'm just kidding.
And he had started to cry and called his parents, called my pastor. I was like, oh, we're fine. But then he also hit me one time. I'm like, oh, I think I kind of feel sad. You never heard that before, but like I kind of felt sad that I broke his heart and they ended. But here's what I'm going to say. Ensure that you process your feelings completely. They break up and they make somebody new. They're like, oh, I like this person already. It's a rebound. It can't work. You are meeting on the basis of, oh, I'm broken. Someone is trying to fix me. That's your therapist, not your husband or your wife. Right? So ensure that you process your feelings, and if not, you'll be projecting what the traumas from your past in your new, and you would ruin it. Because oftentimes we ruin great things with bad experiences. So ensure that you're completely healed. Where it's not that anywhere you see where they're bashing men on Twitter, you'll be there. You'll find you on every blog bashing men. There's a problem. Because a man had hurt you, maybe a woman had hurt you before. All women has come, all men has come. And these are things that stem from places like a heartbreak. So you get to a place of wholeness where you're like, you know what, it has ended. And if at any point you feel like I may need closure to be able to completely move on, then you can just, okay, you know, how do we get closure? Have a conversation and you're good. But please ensure that your feelings are properly processed and you're able to not hold a grudge and then be cursing the person. Anybody who has told you, pray for your ex-boyfriend before. You'll be crying with tears in your eyes. Father, Lord, bless him. The person that hurt you, God told you that if you want to really forgive them and let go, pray for them. Like, as it's hard, but it's doing something to your heart. Your heart is stretching enough to accept and just move on from that, forgive them, and be able to move on. So please, process your feelings genuinely. You can also, and people feel like we just go to God, talk about the things like this, very spiritual. As little as God, my heart is broken, fix me. Like God listens. He's a father, not just a God up there who just wants to shout with thunder and storms, right? He's a father.
It's not Shango.
It's not Shango, right? It's not Remila. Just talk to God about how you feel. And if your situation persists and probably needs an extension, therapy, I highly recommend therapy. You're not mad for going to see a therapist. You're not mad. Sometimes what you need is literally a soul searching, introspection, that somebody else's perspective helps you to see. So if you feel like I'm going to go crazy from this, talk to a therapist. You feel better. So please ensure you heal and don't just go for rebound. Heal properly so you don't bleed on the next one.